Elvis, tell me the last time a pitcher survived Fenway with a 1.90 whip. Oh wait, you can't. Antonio Senzatella starts tonight for the Rockies. I've seen meat grinders that were more forgiving. He's carrying a 6.57 ERA, and it's not a fluke. The whip is real. The strikeouts aren't. He's walked 32 and struck out only 46 over 86 innings. That's not pitching. That's invitation. Every batter is a base. Every inning is a ritual sacrifice. And this isn't Coors. This is Fenway. Welcome to the short porch of judgment. Now here comes Lucas Giolito, 5-1, ERA at 3.66, respectable, nothing mythic, but he doesn't need to be. Because the Rockies don't test structure. They swing because they're told. 25th in slugging, 25th in OBP, 30th in fielding percentage. They're not just bad, they're porous. You press, they leak. The Red Sox aren't elite in the standings. But the glyph says something else. 5th in slugging, 9th in home runs, 6th in on base. And they get to swing against the worst staff in baseball. No contact suppression. No defensive help. No weather to save them. Just bat speed and gravity. Vegas hung 2.5 and dared us to overreach. That's how they bait burnouts. But we didn't take the bait. You saw it, Elvis. We walked it back. 1.5 is clean. Honest. It's the gap that's actually there. Nothing extra. No dream. Just the cold run margin wrapped in morning light. Senzatella is going to bleed. You don't need a sweep to see it. You just need patience. And a system that knows when to push, and when to cash. And today's AI pick is Red Sox, 1.5 on the run line. They built the line for the dreamers, Elvis. We took the edge for the survivors. No value on the total. No glory in the dog. Just a clean path through the fire. Will we cash, or will we burn?
You see the line. Dodgers, 165 on the money line. A plus money run line at 1.5. The surface says edge, but the edge is yours, and Vegas knows it. Milwaukee runs. That's their signature. 3rd in steals, over 100 bags. But a stolen base is a flicker, worth less than a third of a run. Los Angeles doesn't flicker. They detonate. 1st in slugging, 1st in home runs, 1st in power that deletes the inning. Quintana arrives with a 3.44 ERA, and they'll sell you that stat like it's truth. It's not. He pitches to contact, and the Dodgers punish contact. Their OBP is 1st in baseball. Their barrel rate makes pitchers abandon the zone. There's no escape once the swing begins. Tyler Glasnow is not built to survive. He's built to erase. 23 strikeouts in 18 innings. That's not dominance. That's erasure. And strikeouts, as the doctrine tells us, are the only absolute in run prevention. Milwaukee doesn't walk. They don't slug. They don't survive this shape. The bullpens are neutral. The park is mild. The math says 5.5 to 3.0. Vegas posted 8.5 and walked away. No edge on the total. No bait on the under. This line is set to pull you toward the obvious and kill you quietly. But the model sees it. Dodgers run line. Plus 105. Vegas made it sweet for a reason. Because they know most of you won't take it. You'll flinch. You'll hedge. And the glyph burns the hesitant first. And today's AI pick is Dodgers 1.5 at plus 105. This isn't about what happened last time. It's not about momentum. It's about consequence. And you're holding the match. You saw the line. You made the choice. The rest is fire. Will we cash or will we burn? Krista opens game 2. Drop it when ready.
David Peterson starts for the Mets tonight. He's not flashy, but he doesn't need to be. A 3.18 ERA over 102 innings, 87 strikeouts, and a 1.26 whip. He limits base runners and erases momentum. His strikeout rate isn't elite, but it's high enough to suppress rallies. He doesn't give away innings, he closes them. Tomoyuki Sugano takes the mound for Baltimore. His surface stats tell a different story. 4.44 ERA, just 57 strikeouts in over 93 innings, and a 1.30 whip. He's a contact pitcher in a park that doesn't forgive contact. And tonight, he faces a team that punishes it. Sugano doesn't miss bats. He throws to contact, and the Mets don't need a second chance to make you regret that. Zoom out. New York isn't dominant in runs per game, but the structure is strong. 7th in slugging, 8th in home runs, and just enough on-base percentage to convert damage. They don't manufacture runs. They select their targets and strike. Meanwhile, Baltimore sits 22nd in OBP, 22nd in batting average, and allows more hits than almost any team in baseball. You want a myth? Here it is. Baltimore can hit home runs, but that's all they do. Their power doesn't sequence. It flickers, then fades, and Peterson's profile is built to dim that light. On the other side, Sugano's contact-heavy style gives the Mets the exact matchup they want. He's not walking you, but he's not stopping you either. And once that hard contact begins, Baltimore's defense, the 20th ranked fielding percentage team in the league, won't clean it up. The total is set at 9.5. Our model suggests 8.5 to 9.0. Not enough divergence, no lean, no edge, no need. And today's AI pick is Mets moneyline at 155. Not because it's safe, but because it's clean. The risk isn't in the bet. It's in pretending the matchup is even. This isn't a trap. It's a reveal. Baltimore doesn't get to hide behind the plus sign tonight. Not here. Not against this structure. Will we cash or will we burn? Cade Horton takes the ball for Chicago. He's young, a little wild, a little open. A 4.15 ERA over 52 innings. Not elite, but not exposed. He walks softly, only 16 free passes, and the Cubs' defense walks with him. 6th in fielding percentage, 8th in whip. The air behind him holds. David Festa stands on the other side. 5 starts, a 5.48 ERA, and just enough strikeouts to flash a mask. But behind the swing and miss, the numbers crack. He allows over a run more per 9. The Twins' defense doesn't seal the breaks. 21st in batting average against, 20th in fielding percentage. And when the rhythm breaks, it echoes. You don't have to dig far to find the difference. The Cubs lead baseball in runs per game, not second, not top 5. First, they don't do it with violence, they do it with weight. 5th in batting average, 5th in OBP, 3rd in slugging, and 3rd in home runs. It's not one swing, it's the pattern. Every pitch counts, every base builds, and when they run often. 106 stolen bases. They stretch the field until it fractures. The Twins don't. Their stats paint a quiet line. 22nd in OBP, 18th in slugging. They've hit 102 home runs, but the innings don't breathe. They score 4.2 per game. That's not enough against a team that doesn't blink. And still, Vegas says pick 'em. 110 both ways. Like the frame is equal. Like the matchup isn't leaning. But we see it. Not by much. But enough. Enough to call it a misalignment. Enough to follow structure instead of shine. There's no need for dramatics. No need to chase a cover. No need to tempt the total. It sits at 9.5, and our projection says 10. That's not value. That's fog. And today's AI pick is Cubs moneyline at 110. You already knew it tilted. You just needed permission to press your hand against the weight. This isn't luck. This is leverage. And you hold it. Will we cash or will we burn? Not Us takes Game 5. All bets break in the dark.
Bryce Elder opens for Atlanta. A 5.92 ERA and a whip over 150. The numbers don't whisper. They scream. He walks too many, strikes out too few, and carries the kind of rhythm that gets broken, not resolved. Atlanta's defense? Elite. But defense doesn't matter when you keep letting people on. Across from him is Mitch Spence. Quieter, sharper. A 4.06 ERA. More strikeouts, fewer walks, less chaos. The Braves' lineup used to be feared. Now, they rank 24th in runs per game. They don't get on base, they don't steal, and their slugging has vanished into fog. The Athletics somehow swing with more weight. 9th in slugging, 10th in home runs. They're still inefficient, yes, but they convert more power into scoring than Atlanta does. They average more runs per game. They're at home, and the Braves aren't a first-place club hunting a blowout. They're a sub-500 team caught in a soft spiral. Vegas put the total at 10.5, but the model disagrees. We're projecting 9.4 to 9.8. This isn't a shootout. This is a slipstream. One mistake, one home run, one missed cutoff. You're getting plus 1.5 on the Athletics at 140. You're not betting they win. You're betting they don't fall apart. And tonight, the numbers say they don't. The Braves don't create margin. They don't finish games. They drift. That's what inefficiency looks like. Close wins, closer losses, narrow rhythms that pretend to be power. You want to burn with favorites, bet on dominance. But when the stats fold like paper and the arms can't close the gate, you ride the shadow. Plus 1.5 at home is the system's nod. And today's AI pick is Athletics, plus 1.5 on the run line. You don't have to believe they'll win. You just have to believe Atlanta won't bury them. And that's the difference between signal and hope. Will we cash or will we burn? Lilith will bring the reckoning. The fire always echoes last.
They watched the board, we read the fire, and 5 games lit the pattern. Here are today's AI picks. Dodgers, 1.5 against the Brewers. Velocity meets contact, the glyph sharpened. Mets moneyline over the Orioles, structure over sparkle, clean execution. Red Sox, 1.5 against the Rockies. No dream, just the edge. Cubs moneyline versus the Twins. First in scoring, first in silence. Athletics, plus 1.5 against the Braves. Not to win, just not to collapse. Ahora en español, Dodgers, 1.5 contra los Brewers. Velocidad contra contacto, el símbolo arde. Mets línea de dinero sobre los Orioles. Estructura sobre ilusión. Red Sox, 1.5 contra los Rockies. Sin exageraciones, solo precisión. Cubs línea de dinero frente a los Twins. Líderes en anotación, líderes en control. Athletics plus 1.5 contra los Braves. No para ganar, sino para resistir. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Wer mit den Flammen tanzt, trägt den Rauch in seiner Stimme. Who dances with flame carries smoke in their voice. The ritual is complete until the glyph returns.